they're 6 months old, you gotta start sometime, right? This is like Hannah's first shape sorter. I think we're all kind of familiar with these. They come with rattly type shapes inside. And so this one has a purple triangle, a blue circle, a red square, and a yellow star. And they have coordinating holes on the sides, but when the kids are younger, they can just throw them in here. When the block is on, it makes noise when they throw them in. And then as they get older and grow into the toy, they can actually start using the die-cut holes on the sides. You can buy more of these shapes. I know one of the girls I nannied for had a whole bunch of them. This is gonna be loud. Sorry. But Hannah just had those 4. We kept it simple, and she played with it a lot. And then once that she kind of got bored of that one, we graduated to this wooden shape sorter. This one is by Circo. I think Melissa and Doug make one that's extremely similar. What I like about this one is there are a lot of pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides with 3 shapes each, so 12. Like that math I did there. There's 12 shapes, and all the pieces are wooden. And they have like some great shapes though, so it's even going to quiz you on your shapes. So they've got the hexagon and the pentagon, and then an octagon, I think that is, the oval, trapezoid, rhombus, or diamond, whichever one you want to call it. So I guess this is a rhombus. See, it's even quizzing me. And then I call this one the clover, because I don't really know what that one is. But this one is great. I have very few complaints about it. I think that they're, the one thing I don't like is the 2 kind of complicated shapes. You know, the, let's see, is this the octagon? Yeah. Octagon and the pentagon are the same color, so that's kind of confusing. But other than that, I think the toy is really great. And Hannah still plays with this, and she's over 2. She knows all the shapes. And now when she's putting them in, she says, you know, like blue star and green octagon, whatever. So I really like this toy. I think it is age appropriate for once they have mastered this other one down here. And it can be frustrating at first, so you have to do it with them. But then once they get the hang of it, this is a great toy that I think lasts for a while in your rotation. Okay. So that's kind of the progression of shape sorters. Another one I really like that really works on colors and shapes is this shape sorter by Melissa and Doug. I also really like it because there is a sorting aspect to it where they end up kind of organizing them by color. Again, it introduces them to shapes like the pentagon, square, triangle, rectangle, circle. I like that the majority of the shapes are the basic red, yellow, and blue, which is the first colors that I introduced to Hannah. And then it also has purple and green, so that's great. It's one of those toys that when you clean it up and you set it on the shelf, you can see really quickly if there's a piece missing, because it's just, obviously. So it is a lot of pieces to keep track of, but when you clean it up and it's on the shelf, it's easier than some, because it's not just thrown like in that shape sorting box. So this is the one I liked a lot. Hannah did this from a very young age, and even if she doesn't get it on the right color, just that fine motor skill of getting the little circle on the little peg, like, it took a lot of fine motor skill, so, and hand-eye coordination. So I really liked this toy. She got a lot of use out of it. I think it's well made, and I mean, Hannah used it all the time, and it's still got a ton of life left in it. So this, I think, is a great purchase. Okay. So for those of you that have done any research into Montessori, you'll know that one of the first, or the main toys or activities that they do is called the Pink Tower. And it's this set of cubes that get progressively smaller, and it builds a tower, right? So this is like a very cheap take on it, but it's stacking cups. So I put the stickers on them. It's 1 through 10, so I guess you could work on counting, but I thought that they were pretty ineffectual. The thing I liked about them is that they are the red, yellow, and blue, and it goes in order: red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue. And So red, yellow, and blue are the first colors that I introduced to Hannah, and that's kind of a Montessori thing because they have, I think, the most contrast. They're the easiest to tell apart. And then once they've mastered red, yellow, and blue, then you enter in orange, purple, and green. So I liked that there was a stacking aspect, that you could either nest them or stack them and build a tower. I like that it emphasized the colors that I was working on at the time. There was a lot of hand-eye coordination in building the tower. You could count them doing the 1 through 10, which we did on occasion. And then I also liked that the lid was another shape sorter. And it came with some shapes. Orange triangle and red star. So I thought that this toy, I bought it at Walmart.